like.
What I always do if I want music playing in the background is I'll go to the All right, and we are here. Also, big reveal, big reveal. Avery is also here. What?
What? What? Hello?
We have got both of us, and I can just click a single button and we're going back and forth. It's so... Okay. So, we've got a whole lot of stuff going on. Debbie goes, look at you!
Look at me!
Thought the big reveal was the gem was playing as a girl inkling. What?
What?
It's on screen! What are you looking at? Anyway, we've got a lot that we're doing today, and so I want to hustle us into League here. We've got a really big VOD review with the Gorillers with a VOD of an overhead, so we've got multiple players that we can be talking about in the middle of the game. Also, we've got a solo VOD review for Goombs. So lots of stuff going on here. I'm going to go and dive into the Discord and let Goombs know that they are welcome to join us here. Meantime, we can be getting you in here, Avery.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Made it home right on time. There you go, Smidge. Way to slalom through traffic. Way to drive in a fundamentally unsafe way to get here for Squid School. That's exactly what we expect.
I mean,
Please
that's all
don't
that
actually
matters,
do that for legal reasons.
Not allowed to do that.
I'm not getting any word from Goombs here. They are currently idle on Discord and haven't immediately responded. So I would say if like Devi and Jamie just want to hop in here, we should be good for that. They are, after all, VOD reviewees today.
That is true.
Welcome everybody.
Oh, I need to like play this game more and get more of like the coins because I wanted to. You suggested that I play Luna Blaster last week, and I don't have enough to buy it.
Ah, okay. Yeah, the Luna Blaster is another kind of ambush weapon. It does a lot of sharking. Because it's got really short range, but it also has a huge blast radius. So if you're up close and you're aiming in their like general direction, you're going to hit them.
I was watching Devi's stream yesterday, and I saw when she was using the it was one of the Brellas. I don't remember which one, but it looked like basically like a shotgun kind of weapon, and that looked really interesting to me. That I was like, I feel like I could play something like that if I could buy it, but I didn't know which one it was or like what like the name of it was or anything. I just saw that she was using it and was like.
Devi says that that's the camo tent umbrella. So the way that Brellas work is that they have actual pellets like a shotgun does that each do a set amount of damage, and each one of those can either hit directly or also do indirect damage. And so you kind of just add up how much damage all of those do. So it's a weapon that requires pretty considerable accuracy if you're going to go for one-shots. You also need to be a certain distance away from them, like max range. There's literally no possible way to hit that.
Ah, I see.
And yes, Devi, feel free to jump in. Well, I guess you can't just jump in, huh? You have to admit you. But yes, come on in. Wouldn't it be dope if Devi took over Squid School for a day? Foreshadowing.
It's like that's happened before.
And might be happening again.
Jamie, there you go.
Welcome.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm glad I wasn't dragged up the moment I was partially dying because I was taking a sip of water and it went down the wrong pipe.
No.
Good job. Now we all get to laugh at you for having done that, even though we didn't hear that. That's
I
awesome.
know. You can laugh at my shame. There you go.
So just waiting on Jamie.
Yeah,
I don't think Jamie. Oh yeah, there is no password.
You know, I was playing Pokemon. I had to switch out the cartridge.
There he is. All right.
I'm still on a brush. I forgot I was still on the brush from yesterday.
Double
Whoops.
brush power.
Hold on. Nah, I gotta go to my other build because I'm trying to get pieces on my thermal ink vest. So.
They grind out. Yeah.
Dope.
I should have to make a different set of run speed shoes too.
Friend has stopped playing Splatoon 2. They're waiting for Splatoon 3 to come out, so I'm alone. Aw. Sorry to hear that, Mitch.
You have us. What are you talking about?
Very true.
Yeah, but losing the IRL friends on it is tough. It's strange, though. I would think if someone was excited for Splatoon 3 to come out, that they would want to play Splatoon 2, you know? Like, get ready for it.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's how I think about it. Like, as soon as, the Splatoon 3 announcement kicked the Splatoon community back into high gear, I was just like, okay, I'm going to play more Splatoon now. That was where that came from, so...
Splatoon 3 kind of came out and you saw, like, some of the players who had, I put in quotes, retired from from Splatoon 2. It's just like, you know what? I might just get the hang of this again so then I'm ready for when the next game drops.
Right. The thing about a competitive game is that if someone announces that they're going to retire, that means that they, like, care about the community around them and they're probably going to end up coming back at some point. The people who don't come back are the ones who just vanish into thin air, like they drop off the face of the earth. That's the
Makes
only time
sense.
you're ever actually going to see that.
I forgot I don't have swim speed on this build.
Respawn Punisher
Yet.
on the Dapples. So they're going to be aggressive.
Well, they're flatted.
Rollers
The
on
rollers
right.
under bridge. Yeah, they're coming back right.
Squeeze
I
her
can see
down.
them with thermaling.
Oh, hi there, Roller.
We,
I can't reach the rollers.
One flanking
left.
left.
By Avery.
yeah,
Avery,
but
watch
yeah,
out.
I missed both of them.
There's 2 over there.
Oh yeah.
Both of them are right there.
And on bridge.
Rollers flanking with the dapples.
I
I
can
might be in
probably
trouble
pinch
here.
that in street if you guys want to go in.
There's 2.
Another roller.
Got
On
one of
bridge.
them. I'm down to the Dapples.
Oh, I almost got the roller.
Jamie, I'm behind you, so just heads up.
Okay. Yeah, and by tree now.
Can you push him
Yeah.
around? Thanks.
There you
Nice,
go.
nice push.
Okay, that's
Okay,
2 down.
there's one in our alley.
We need to,
The
we need to
number
stop
battles.
tower now. Focus tower. They got away.
The squeezer's on by the bridge. I'll take bridge.
They're jumping to the squeezer. Jumpers both weak. Got one. There's another one down here. They're bubbling.
Nice.
I'm out of ink. Just ignore it.
Oh,
Run away.
there's- Yeah, there's one on the right. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, about
They
tower
missile.
jump.
They bubbled.
Sorry for the
Under bridge.
missiles.
It's all good. had to wait for missiles behind
The
us.
yeah. The only thing when you guys go under bridge with missiles is that they go on my face. I didn't die, but
Sorry. Have
I'm
any
gonna
missiles?
die here.
No.
Is one coming car? Got one?
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
roller.
Oh yeah. As soon as they push up, one goes right
Yeah,
to
roller.
car.
Ooh, nice.
Dapples
Doing
on
ups.
me.
I did
Got
miss one.
one.
There you go. Still on
Whistling
bridge.
last one on bridge. We should be pushing tower. There's one jumping to bridge. One jumping to bridge.
I feel like we don't have enough control to take the tower yet.
Yeah,
We
still
had
two
3
in our-
down.
When I looked, there was only one. There's 2 in our
Yeah,
court
roller.
and one on bridge. Oh, I'm getting ambushed.
Oh! Dapples.
Yeah, the dapples are still in our court.
Drop the squeezer.
Jamie, can you take it while I distract the guy over here? I've got roller and a dapples on me. I got the dapples.
Got the other.
Roller. Left.
Down.
I don't
Roller's
know where they
dead.
went. Okay, you got it.
Okay, I have missiles. What else do we have? Oh, careful, one on me.
Dooley's weak. Dooley's weak.
Lamp.
There's a jump to him. There's a jump to him. There you
Got
go.
you.
Good job. Good job.
If
Okay,
we can
there's
push
one-
up.
There's one behind the lamp.
Jumping to
There you
Debbie.
go.
Missile done.
Right in front of me
Oh,
to the
hi.
left.
Thank you.
Roller on me. On tower now.
Roller's
Thank
down.
you.
Taking
Dapples
their
on me.
car.
Traded the
Oh,
down.
that's-
That's white. That's white.
Wait. Let's push up.
Missling them as they spawn. Roller drops to car. Roller down.
I
Another one on
died.
me. Got Dooley's. We're wiped.
Wipe. All good. That's a good push though.
Gold team rules. See, the great thing about this is that like half the time we're gonna be gold team because I'm color locked.
Okay,
Someone come,
squeezers on
push,
bridge.
someone come push left with me.
Okay, I'm here.
I'm in behind ramp.
Missing
Dooley's
2
down.
on bridge. One's gonna be right in front of you, Debbie.
Yeah. Squeezy. I can see it with thermal. Yeah.
Nice. One under bridge. One under
thermal!
bridge. Roller. Got him.
Gotta look
There you
forward.
go.
Okay.
Another one dropped on me. Hit him twice. He's a tree. I'm just zoning him. We don't have to worry about. Okay, there's another one coming.
So
Good.
we're fine.
Nice.
They just left wide open, so I'm just like, okay, we can just come over here.
Just walk on in.
That's literally what I did. Is I walked in and rode tower the rest of the way there.
Oh, don't
Respawn
mind.
Punisher Dapples. That player has nothing to lose. They're a dangerous, dangerous squid.
I'm about to run respawn Punisher Hydra on this next game.
I'm
I
going
like how
back to
their tag is you with like a bunch of exclamation marks. It's like
Ow.
it's like a Soldier Boy reference or something.
I was about to say, what song is that?
Blink, blink, blink,
Yeah.
blink, 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 blink. Yeah. We love us some steel drums.
Favorite instrument.
No. Huh? Oh, now we're going under the sea.
Yeah.
There's gotta be something from Super Mario Sunshine that has steel drums in it, right? There has to be.
I think there is.
I'm sure there is. I just can't remember the tune. Okay, now my mind's on Coconut Mall.
You have red nails, and I
Coconut
approve.
ball? Yeah, I did them like a few days ago.
I very much approve.
They're all like glittery, and I don't know if you'll be able to see them as much, but
Still, fantastic.
All right.
Oh, lovely.
let's do this.
Got the Avery
I'm-
view today.
Time to not get punished by this leader.
Halfway to armor. I mean, missile.
Watch me fail live.
Okay, leaders in their
instead of
court. Don't.
through the ball.
Leaders watching bridge hard, so take the 2 wings.
Flanking
Something.
left. Leaders watching me.
I see you.
Leaders backed up. Got him.
Oh, from the tower.
One on bridge. Nice.
Come on,
That's
buddy.
2 down.
I've got their splash punished.
Oh, one on me in front.
Oh,
They're on street still.
Got
Let's
him.
do this.
Good job keeping it going. Are they pushing you, Jamie?
No, I was gonna
No,
push my
they're
missiles.
good.
Okay.
There's a leader watching.
I'm not
me.
rapid is.
They're ballering.
I might be in trouble here. They're swimming away. On bridge, one.
Leader down.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
still on bridge.
one in the alleyway as well.
Ah, they got me.
You shot.
I had no angle, I'm sorry. Oh no, they got me. They don't got me! Please!
Okay, back up, baby.
Watch out behind.
Careful, we're 2 down.
oh, the ink check got me.
They don't know
Okay.
where I am.
Oh,
There's one on bridge
so-
at least.
2 bridge,
Probably 2.
actually
Yeah,
Two on
2.
bridge.
I hit them both, but...
I got
Thank
you.
you.
Oh, leader's on tower, by the way.
Missing the
Oh.
3.
Okay,
One on
there's
bridge
a,
as well.
There's a blaster lurking below our lamp. There's 2
Got 'em.
sharking right. I
The
have
tower.
armor in about 2 seconds, but I won't use it until they come back.
One near tree with
They're
Jamie.
weak.
I missiled them. They're backing up to left. I'm gonna watch from in front. Let me know if that guy gets loose.
Oh boy,
bridge?
blaster's coming to me on
Missiles?
bridge. I am trying not
They dropped-
to die.
Got him.
Thank you,
Leader,
Jamie.
the ramp.
Either
Oh, bridge
he's
one.
gonna
Oh,
get
I
me.
got the inkjet.
Nice. Okay. Oh, behind.
Watch bridge.
By archery.
Okay. Your
Leader's
leader's
on
still
bridge.
watching bridge.
They're
Okay,
on
we
bridge.
moved.
I am
Gem up.
fighting them right now, but I might
Missling
be in
ramp.
hand with a bomb or something.
There's all of them.
Oh, I got him.
Good
Holy
push up,
jeez.
Gem.
Okay, there's one. Oh,
bridge.
two bridge. Ah, I'm down. There's 2 coming from bridge.
Okay. Dropping behind tower.
Ah,
I probably
weak,
don't have
though.
this. Yeah. There were 2,
All good.
and I was in toxic mist.
okay, if you're out there alone, careful on bridge.
I'm
gonna
behind you.
run away.
I'm behind you. Don't worry.
Flee.
Okay, now I'm not behind you, but
Oh, I'm
leader
not.
on bridge and with a splash.
Oh, that's special.
Oh, nice.
That-
Someone got one.
I got bomb rush.
Oh dear.
Missling 2. There's one in our street.
I
Okay,
got
rapid.
sniped. I'm stuck right now.
Got
I
one.
missiled the wrong
Leader
one.
down.
Oh, you got me. Thank you.
Yeah, we need a little more paint in our side.
Mm.
Oh, there's one sharking our street by Avery.
Oh, well,
There you
that was
go.
a cool accident.
Or not by
Yeah,
Avery,
Gem.
that was by Gem. I just saw Avery's name above Gem, but you were under the bridge.
Missling 2, their lamp. There's one left closed.
You can push up.
Oh, they dropped on me. I missed my bomb.
There's a blaster on bridge as well, so I'm being a little cautious here. Leader can reach me from
Blaster
here.
rotated left, Evie.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to. I gotta duck under here for cover because the leader's got bridge.
I see him. I also missile 2 there.
I'm gonna push bridge.
I got the
Okay, shot.
blaster here.
Leader is weak. Leader's backed up to lamp.
Watch that left side, Jamie. I know.
Yeah, watch left. Leader might have an angle. Leader's car. Got him, traded.
Avery, go forward.
Still one in alleyway.
Rapid where the leader was.
One coming bridge and one coming
Oh.
street.
Sorry, Avery. I thought that you were going in further.
Oh dear. From above left.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, this isn't
Happy
worth.
arm missiles.
We got a minute left.
Got one.
Missing the 2 in alley. One's
Got
on.
one.
One's gonna be on bridge.
One car.
Yeah, can you distract it? I'm just at least. Get
I'm
its
on
charge
tower.
shot.
That's what I'm. I don't know how
I
much
got
more I
one.
can distract than playing the objective.
No. I needed Jamie to take the leader's shot away from me,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what. And yeah.
and he did. Your jump's blocked by a blaster, but I think I can save you. They saved you, actually.
Missiles
it wasn't
incoming.
even me.
Okay, missing 2 up on their plat. Okay, try.
I got stuck on the wall!
That was just bad timing.
I should have took the bridge.
I'm solo missiled.
Okay, lost 20 seconds.
Okay. I don't think they'll actually push me. I'm just gonna come in from behind the tower now.
Sounds like a good idea.
We got rapid.
Oh,
Nice.
Get cat.
It's just
leader
the
weak.
leader.
On me, got him.
You guys got this. Cool.
Nicely done.
I danced on tower.
Nice. My intense focus. Just staring at the screen.
Is this good?
You guys can
that
see me
looks-
just like glaring at the screen, like.
Well, now we can.
Gosh, Avery!
That's what I do. That is guaranteed. That is how everybody plays Splatoon. 100%. That is it. That's it right there.
Yeah, you know, I give myself a nosebleed a lot by accidentally aiming it up too high.
Just smacking your face.
I'm gonna drive to Splatoon.
One of my favorite ways to explain how motion aim works to people is to tell them, like, so you know those like bus steering wheels where the wheel is parallel to the ground, so it's not like it's up and down like this, it's like it's out like this.
Oh, yeah,
Like-
yeah.
You're basically just steering your Inkling like that.
That's true.
Oh,
So
yeah.
just like slap a pro controller, you know, duct tape it to the car, and you know, drive around town and see where your Inkling takes you.
Perfect plan.
Yeah, that's definitely a great way to be able to react to your opponents. You know, oh shoot, there's someone here. Swerve.
That's how driving works too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh look, a turn. Doesn't turn.
I recognize these names, but I could not remember where from. They all have stealth.
Two coming
jump.
into left mid.
God. Oh, there's a bucket. We didn't watch
Bucket above.
Mask.
Got him.
Missing 3. This is us 3, Avery.
Jamie, can
Yeah,
I
just
jump to you?
you two.
Yeah, there might be someone in front of me, but
They're way far left. I can see
They're
them on the map.
flanking
Oh, there's
street,
a
flanking street,
flank,
behind.
flank.
I don't know what happened.
That's okay. I chickened them.
I'll hold them off from in front.
I got one.
There you go.
Our bunker. They're bomb rushing.
Bucket chopped on me. Got him. One behind tower. Behind tower. Nice, good push.
Got the sponsor.
There's
There's
a
just
jump
one
to him.
jumping in.
Got him.
There you go.
Okay. Nice.
That's
Can
white.
someone go top left?
I will when someone takes this from me.
I'm hopping in.
It's not gonna be me.
There's two coming left. Missiling them. Bucket's weak. This is stupid, but I'm going for
Still
it.
in front of,
Watch
like,
their elbow. There's
Still one
some on
top
their
left.
elbow and in street. Oh, Blaster's got my number. Oh, I got them. Never mind. Blink.
One left plat. Oh, that was really bad aim.
They're also jumping.
They're still left plat. They're coming in from left.
I see him. Okay.
Oh. I'm dead.
I got one with a chicken.
Okay, there's gonna be one in that little corner, Debbie. Like, right
Yeah, I know.
on.
That's why I'm backing up a little bit.
Thought I could go for points. We were further in than I thought. I'm gonna jump to Jamie.
Okay, I got
Careful about
one.
missiles.
I got one.
That's fine.
Yep. I'm just fleeing for a second. Someone keep an eye under bunker.
Oh, I got directed from Inkjet, their bunker.
I got one. Oh, Jamie, that one's so weak. It's just
Yeah, yeah, he was so weak.
Yeah, I tapped him twice. So.
One looking to come over top right.
Yeah.
They're bomb rushing.
Oh God! I got directed. One shark on our bunker wall.
Pushing the blaster. This is a bad idea. Oh, down.
Ow. The bucket.
They're inkjetting.
Oh dear, there's also a bucket here. I'm just fleeing. Flee!
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm
Oh,
just
you
dead.
can-
Okay, they're gonna take our mast, Avery. Watch out from that one corner.
Got one.
Nice. That is what we needed. Got one.
Oh, do that.
I'm down to
100%
bomb.
Street.
Ow.
Still one pushing tower.
One on the tower. It's on the tower.
They're in street. Oh, last one. There we go. They're still
Good
going.
stop.
Bucket top
Where's
right.
bucket?
Bucket top right. Right side, our deck.
I'm gonna reclaim bunker.
They're probably gonna jump in on our deck because they're still sharking up
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
so
yeah.
be aware of a drop on right. They're
Yeah,
actually
there's two
probably
there at
looking for
least.
me.
They're gonna come behind elbow.
Yeah.
I'll hop out tower for a bit.
Actually, take control of in front.
Right plat, right plat. Thanks, Jamie.
Tapped
I
him.
should have had
Ah,
that. I really should have had that.
There you
That's
go.
on me.
Thank you for the cleanup, Avery.
Now you want to get out of there, Avery.
Good luck on
Okay,
that.
too late. Oh, too late. Too late.
Okay, I have missiles.
One's trying to come
no.
up again. See if I can get
You
the
think they
stay
saw me?
shadow. Oh, no. I got one.
Nice.
Just need these two.
Oh, that's an ancient from
Well,
our
I did
bunker.
not see that chicken.
Where are they?
Bunker.
Okay.
Monster.
Uh-oh. I died to missiles? That one
Traded.
followed me? Okay. They
Two
have
in
mid
mid.
control still.
It's just
Oh,
Jamie.
boy. Jamie, it's just you. Can you take bunker wall and paint from up there? But
There's,
watch out for
he's
below,
not
too.
safe to go there. He's not safe to go there.
I,
One
I,
is free.
I
That
see
blast
that now.
Yeah. Bosch is on.
Yeah. I'm trying to get rid of Slosh. They're bomb rushing too.
Oh no.
Oh, they were on our bunker wall.
Oh.
Thought they would be in street.
Oh no. We just have to keep bombing towers so it doesn't push any further.
I'm gonna try and sneak out right. One on elbow. Two on elbow.
Keep bombing
It
the
fell
tower.
from elbow.
There you
Nice.
go.
Three down. Just blaster above. Blaster above.
I got him.
Nice.
Left 30. There you
Swipe.
go. Push up, paint up.
I'm on
Woo,
the tower.
okay.
Okay, you can probably hop off of it and paint forward now, Avery, because now it's
Yeah.
gonna reset back to mid. I'm gonna paint up this
Right.
left wing. There's
I'm gonna
someone
ink it.
left side mid already.
Just paint for specials. We don't have to
Oh
take
my
fights right now.
Yes, you did. You
Actually
aimed
got one.
exactly where I called. Oh, missed!
Missile two.
You got him.
Ow. I'm bombing. One on the tower.
Okay, I'm pretty sure someone else can see that up on mast, right?
I saw it happened like right above me, so I didn't see exactly what happened. Also, here you go, Avery.
Oh my god. The blasters jump scared me twice in that game. Like, just from the shark wall up direct and just on mast where it's a blind spot for me. Like, there's someone just standing there behind mast and I can't see them. And when a blaster just peeks, I'm dead. Oh.
That needs to be an emote.
There's
It's like, wait, what'd you say?
there's a lot of pain in Debbie's voice right now.
Ah.
Pain and fright.
Just a recovery.
You know, I did try to like.
Smidge likes it when I say the blasters got my number. I mean, it means I'm being followed by somebody or just constantly tracked. Like, I do this with chargers a lot. It's just like, oh no, the chargers got my number. It's like
But then you could, if you have splashdown, you could be like, psych, it's the wrong number.
I have to get over there first is the problem, and I can't exactly do that.
Psych! That's the wrong number.
Exactly.
If only I remember to say that when I actually succeed in splatting them, but I don't. It's just like, you think you got my number? Well,
Don't-
I got yours first!
Don't worry. It's not the same if you don't have a whole posse of kids cheering for you as soon as you say it.
Doesn't have the same finesse.
It just means I need the chat on my side, right?
Needs to be some sound to it though, you know? We need like some MLG air horns and shit.
There is someone already on mast flanking. There's someone already flanking our bunker. I'm dead. They're going our bunker
On a
now.
bunker wall.
Oh, I'm done.
I need to just get out of here.
Yeah, I am
Traded.
running away.
I'll take that, I guess. Slow them down a little bit. Jumping to Debbie.
There's gonna be one on me in 2 seconds here. Never mind, I killed him.
Yeah, no.
See,
They were
got
not
me
paying
on
enough
bunker.
attention to that.
Hey, we're not.
Jet in mid. Ain't Jet.
There's actually
The jump is
three
in front of her bunker wall.
Yeah, we're not gonna get there.
One tower.
They're on our bunker too.
Another inkjet.
Yeah, I don't have a charge for it. Otherwise, I would have been able
One our
to.
street, got him.
The inkjet's watching me.
Missling the 2 behind tower.
Someone come push
Oh,
forward.
got
Yeah,
one.
I dropped right wing. There are 2 left side. One's trying to flank. Okay, they backed up. Good job. Left wing, Jeff,
You're
beside
done.
you. Beside you. On the left.
I'm aware, I'm aware.
Okay.
On the right. They're gonna be like right above you, Jem.
Finally above.
Okay, I'm trying to push left now. Got one.
Oh, hello. I might be dead on mast.
Missing mast.
I need help. Okay, there's another one on their bunker.
Yep. They backed up. They're on top now. Got
Yeah,
one.
2 there.
I got another. Oh, weak on their right side jump.
Oh, landed on me. They directed me down.
Oh dear.
In street.
Careful, you back up.
Yeah, I'm back up.
Okay.
Jumping in. I'm gonna try and take jump.
I got one with a chicken.
One on bunker wall. Hit him. Nice.
Yeah, I got it.
One elbow.
Top left. Top left.
I tapped 1.
They're on their elbow.
2 of them left decks. They're coming up elbow now.
Yeah. I'm here. Woo!
Careful, there's gonna be like 1 right to our left, Avery.
One their spawn mast.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I don't want to go all the way back.
Nice,
to you.
Avery.
2 pushing me left.
Here, have a
They're on
bomb.
their elbow. 2 on their elbow. One's gonna push me. Yep.
Missling 3.
Right. I'm really weak.
I'm down, but you should go on my
I
armor.
don't know how I'm missing these. This is bad.
oh,
there-
once we. Oh,
There's 2 in their street. That's you, Debbie.
I gotta leave. They missiled me. They know where I am.
Yeah.
they know where you are.
Hey, they got my number. However, they're not chasing, so I don't have to block it.
8-3.
Oh God! Get on the right. And the drop is there too, right below the right drop.
Yeah, have time.
I should have.
One's
known
still our
that was
bunker.
there. Okay, they have another inkjet ready, so watch the ledges. I made this mistake literally 5 seconds ago.
Jets or something
Jets
is on the mast.
Yeah, the one with inkjet was on the mast. I'm being bombed and missiled out.
Oh, you meant inkjet is on their mast. I was gonna say
Yes.
that. Not inkjet.
Oh! Woo!
Got the
There you
inkjet.
go. That's 40
He's
seconds.
on their
I'm just-
bunker, one. I don't know who it
in
is.
their,
Oh,
in their
there's
street.
two.
It's the jet. The street. Oh my gosh, this feels so much better.
I
You're
got
done.
one with my inkjet.
Left wing,
This is
left
the
wing.
most inkjet kills I've gotten ever.
Thank you.
There's. Okay, well, you guys are just having fun over there.
He's still there though, Debbie.
Let's have a little more fun.
Yeah, we've
Hey, checkpoint. Let's go.
Like I said, let's have a little more fun.
last 10. Okay, we did this 2 forward right now.
Pinning for our missiles.
Yeah, I'm
Go.
nowhere near
Got one.
splashdown, so I just
It-
used it.
Missling tower. They inkjetted. I got one with the missiles.
Yep.
Got the inkjet.
There you go.
Ow.
Yeah, this
Ah,
is
it's just
Debbie.
heavy. 1v1.
He got me with the inkjet while I was inkjetting.
They're probably jumping into it.
Yeah, I got toxic misted.
There we go.
they drop rolled off the tower.
Did they really?
Oh,
Yeah,
Oops.
that's funny.
I was doing schmooze in this 1v1 and all of a sudden toxic missed and I'm just like, are you kidding?
Oh my
What
goodness.
is-
They saw your
Breathing.
movements and they were like, "Stop that!
Uh,
We do not approve
yeah,
of this."
That's
No
exactly what happened. It's also funny when you change over to Avery's and then you see the legit colors.
Dodge roll.
I was
Yeah,
telling-
they
I
dodged
was
winning the
telling
game.
Jeff that, like, the poster, like all my stuff behind the wall.
Oh,
My walls
yeah.
are just actually green, so it's like
Mhm.
you're just
Yeah.
seeing all my stuff on here.
Avery just chroma keyed the back wall of his room, and so like he's got like shelves and posters and stuff that you can see, but you can't actually see the wall. The wall is just Splatoon.
That's the best part,
This is-
right?
What are you saying? You don't have Splatoon walls? Dude, they're my
We
favorite.
all have Splatoon walls.
I don't. I have Disney.
Close enough.
I have a picture hanging up. It's Mickey Mouse drawing like a self-portrait, but the portrait is coming out looking like Walt Disney,
It's the run
Oh,
back.
okay.
and it's actually like one of my favorite pictures.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, a little injection of color here from. Oh wait, do we have the same colors? No, I have a yellow and you have a green for the other team.
Yep.
But it's the same color for our team, interestingly.
That's the funny part. Okay, so if someone's painting the right side, keep an eye on their bunker. Yep, there's
Oh,
one
I'm getting
there.
pushed from
They did the same thing as last time.
Okay, almost to armor.
Okay, I'm gonna push left when we get it.
I have armor up.
Well,
I got one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mass one.
One?
Oh,
They dropped on me?
They fell.
How did I-
that's
How did I get a
2.
splat?
One in their
Did I
streets.
get a
They're
chicken
backing up.
splat?
Go, go,
I
go,
got
go, 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 go,
triple.
go, tower.
I'm on. You push up, Avery.
Okay.
Some of you go top left.
There's two.
I'm in their base.
Oh! You see this
I
streak
saw
that I'm on?
that.
That's literally the most amount I've ever gotten before. Oh, that was bad.
Oh!
And immediately humbled.
I should have
I got.
stepped up.
I was trying to splash. I was gonna splash down to you, Jamie, but I had to dodge a nozzle nose.
There's no way they didn't see me just now.
They did not see you just now.
Traded with 2.
That's good. Avery, you're the furthest
Watch out, they have
forward.
armor inkjet.
Fun. They're trying to figure out where I am, right? Probably.
Oh, I should have
Yep,
traded.
there they are.
these.
I don't have armor anymore. Go up on bunker, so be
Yeah,
careful,
yeah,
Debbie.
I know.
Missiles are
I'm
popped.
Just, I'm
Watch
throwing
out for the
chickens so
inkjet.
I can figure out where they are.
One are bunker. Missing one bunker and one is just in mid.
Yeah.
Armor's up.
They're
Got one.
still up on our
Armor.
bunker.
They're on the wall. Inkjet.
Okay, with Zap. Inkjet's on right wing.
Bunker wall is clear. One on right, I'm rushing them. They're weak.
Oh, I'm out.
Oh, we make those. Let's go. Oh,
Got one.
didn't get the last move though.
He's on bunker.
Not
Careful,
anymore.
Debbie.
What are you talking about? I don't need to be careful. I'll splat
They're
it.
2 down.
I thought you were gonna jump down. That's why I said.
There's
Paint up in
no.
front.
What are you talking about? Masters
Help
my
Jamie.
home.
Help Jamie. Okay.
I can't. I don't have a charge. I'm trying to dodge.
I have trouble aiming lofts. That's like the biggest issue.
Watch their street. Oh, yeah. There's two. There's
2 from left.
Two on left.
Yeah.
Got one of them.
Hello.
The other one's coming up to me. Oh, they've
Oh,
pincered
boy.
me. One on tower.
Yeah, we don't have the people up there right now.
One right jump.
I see him.
One sharking left wing. There's one of the inkjets.
Oh, the
Oh, Avery, I try to save you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, one on a bunker, Debbie.
Yeah, it was too late. I couldn't trade with them. I should have just jumped forward and splashed down. I knew they were there too. I heard them.
Got one. One on tower. Got them.
Oh, finally.
three.
One
down.
one more mid.
Ah.
Got them.
That's
Good
a
wipe.
Boink.
Okay, so Avery, when you come up, can you go top left?
Yes.
Thank you.
Nice.
Here you go, Jum.
There's two above you, Jerry.
Oh,
I got one.
Oh, I'm out. I'm out.
Watch out behind you guys. I got one. Oh.
I was
okay.
standing
Back
right
up.
next to him and firing missiles at him. I don't know what I was thinking.
You pulled a shack.
Check.
Shaq is a top player for FT Win.
Dang, I didn't know
He is
played
known for
basketball
using
and was
missiles
top.
in extremely aggressive positions,
Careful, Jem. There's
among other
missiles behind
things.
you.
Got one.
There's 2 left. Jet and one
Almost
other.
have
They
this
have armor.
armor.
The broken armor.
N-Zap really weak on their bunker. There's 3 there.
Oh boy.
Okay, armor's ready.
I got
Oh
an jet.
boy.
I'm just jumping out. Last 50. 45 I'm gonna pop.
Inkjet,
I
watch
don't think
out
I can
from
save
the
the
left.
jump here. Got one. I'm down to Inkjet. Nice.
Inkjet.
2v2.
He knows where I am.
Ah!
All the ink. All the missiles on me.
All right, we do need to defend at this checkpoint, but be careful. Don't feed in until then.
One top right. Jem behind you.
Got one. I know.
There's one more down there.
I'm down to them, but no one's on tower. Okay, we need to stop tower. Yeah, it's too late.
It's too late. I was the only
They're gonna
one
get
who could.
check. Get specials.
They
Be
want to
careful.
Stop
There's
that.
still an H3 on the right. Or L3.
Ah, dang. Okay. I messed up.
Got tower rider.
Oh, just right out of my reach.
We need to be on tower.
Oh.
Oh, that's ink.
I think that the same thing happened to me and you both, Devi.
Techno
the only-
Rage says, "What's your favorite special?" Inkjet. Definitely Inkjet. Very cool special. Techniques to missiles. I thought you just popped them and hope for the best. There's a lot of thought behind it. There's not a lot of technique to it. It's press button and then fire. But when you use them and where you aim them, there's a lot of theory to think about there. Hello, ... dead ... I feel like the word dead is a little bit of an exaggeration, considering that you managed to type something.
Those were his final words or words.
Zombie.
Oh, I am slain. Yeah, we knew that. You got stabbed.
We could see the blood trail, dude.
God, what a drama queen.
Oh, this
I
is
like the
adorable.
flag that was just waving there for a second.
Hey!
Painting for
Oh,
missiles. There's one
Charger's
on bunker.
left wing. I'm already down to the charger.
All right. They're gonna
Two
have
pressure
control.
pin lot.
Ooh, I
Uh-oh.
thought I could get around in time. I guess they were.
I can't get out.
They were flanking. Thank God.
Okay, top blah is the charger.
Yep. I don't know what to do here at the moment. Not die, I guess is the goal here.
Missiling. That looked like it was above me, but okay. I guess I'll take the bomb kill.
I got the charger.
2v2.
1v1, 1v2.
2v2, yeah.
I went down to the inkjet.
Dropping in behind tower. They got me from bunker wall.
Dang.
Bad there.
Alright, that happens. Honestly, I'm glad that it went quickly because we have a lot to VOD review today, and I'm like looking at the time like, making sure we can get everything in.
Let's go, Avery.
Yeah, I did so much that round.
Aha!
Yeah, no, it's hard pulling the weight of this team. Yeah, just all the time.
know, right?
It's-
Yeah.
yeah.
Avery, you've got a sort of Starry Night sort of thing going on back there. The lighting has
It's an
changed.
extra visual effect.
Yeah, it sparkles.
I think it's more like snow.
You know that
We'll take, yeah. Yeah.
That would be
Snow,
in
sparkles.
keeping. Well, no, actually, Avery's not in a place where there's snow, but
Snow doesn't exist here in Arizona.
it's not even particularly cold here right now. It's
Okay, this is a
32
bunch of
exactly,
sand.
so it's right
Can I
at
just
freezing.
shove all of you with the weather that we've been having? Like, please.
No,
Just
this
evenly
is
spread it
I'm
across the
done
world.
with ice.
this is the first I've been above freezing in a while. All right, I'm
How?
down
This is
for
so-
not being in the single digits.
Let me see what the temperature is for me.
You know, there were actually 2 days last week where I could actually go outside if I wanted to in a shorts and a t-shirt and be fine, and yet there's still like 5 feet of snow drifts on the ground.
It is 68 for me.
Oh man, a
Ah,
couple degrees below
that's
room
cold.
temperature. That's kind of cold.
I don't know what that is.
20 degrees Celsius, Debbie.
Oh, that's nice.
Room temperature is like 70 degrees on the
Okay.
dot.
I like my room to be cold though, so I typically have the little fan going at like 65,
Yeah.
64.
People who like it chilly usually like 65. People who like it a little warmer like 75 or so. Any further beyond that, and they're probably crazy.
80 is
Okay.
the normal. I don't know what
Okay.
you're talking about.
Okay, my grandma, she used to keep her house at like 80 degrees, and it was so awful.
See, right now it's in Fahrenheit. It's 9 degrees. Right now, so it's one of the nicer days. But gosh, is it icy? And the wind is not fun.
Okay.
48. Ooh, that's actually, I love that. That sounds really nice, actually.
Yeah, but you don't want the ice.
I'm gonna call an audible here and say we should start the VOD reviews because we need all the time we can
Probably
get
should.
at this
Rip
point.
the power.
So
We're only
yeah,
one
sorry
away.
about that, but
It's fine. At
we're gonna
least
need
it's-
it.
All good.
Look, at least Ninga's not here to stress about this, so.
all right, we're gonna start with
Maybe end up
with
on
Goombs because I feel like we can probably take all day on a team VOD review. At least this one is an individual. So I am sorry, Avery, but the method by which I can show you is going away and being replaced by this.
I have disappeared.
Alright. You haven't
Here's
disappeared
another
from me.
You've disappeared, but you haven't.
Avery hasn't disappeared from me yet.
It's the Shadow Man!
Shadow Man.
So I'm gonna
on
trust
Discord,
that we're
I see it.
actually showing the video here at this point.
Looks like a video.
Got it
Okay,
stretched a
okay.
little bit. And hopefully sound is coming through. So I don't have any word from Goombs. I'm not sure if they're in the stream right now. So I'm gonna still be speaking to Goombs, but just realize that I'm talking to someone who might not be here at the moment.
If they say anything in the
Goombs,
chat, I'll let you know.
Right, we'll be keeping track of chat, of course, but also if Goombs is watching this back on the VOD after the fact, they'll be able to, ask us questions on Discord afterwards anyway. Shameless plug, by the way. Well, that's sent to YouTube as well. Let me... oh, okay, so that actually works in Restream. That's very cool. I didn't know that. So we've got a Discord server. If you want a VOD review like this one, all you got to do is go into that Discord and DM me. I am Jem, and we'll set up a schedule for it. So anyway, Goombs is playing N-Zap 85 here with a team
Wait,
of
we are?
a very aggressive squad of players in terms of their comp.
Yeah, it's the same team.
And we are going to be able to hear some of the call-outs, which is awesome. I am going to leave that on because that gives us some insight into what they were thinking and what kind of information they're giving each other and what kind of information they're acting on. So all of that is really good to work with. So this comp is
Team.
insanely short range. We've
Are
got
they the
two N-Zaps, a Dualies, which are all the same range, and then a Dapples, which is shorter range. And they have to tackle a Hydra here in this situation. So one of the big considerations they're going to have to be thinking about is how do we keep the Hydra from just shredding us from a range that we can't contest them at. And the answer in this match turns out to be the Hydra has blinders on and very poor peripheral vision and isn't actually paying attention to flanks. I'll point out a couple of situations where the Hydra definitely could have had a bigger impact than they did. Places where Devi definitely would have gotten away from. That's kind of my...
I was going to say, this sounds unfortunate, so I'm looking forward
right,
to seeing
so we'll be talking about that a little bit. And so that becomes less of an issue, and you guys are kind of just able to coordinate and take fights together. And I am really impressed at the level of callouts that you guys have, considering, you know, where we're at in the game right now. So,
only other people playing League right now?
that is a very common thing, that they are the only other people you're going to match
Okay,
with.
me and Snaps are on right.
So I like, we're calling, you know, we are on right. That gives the rest of the team information to work with. Now, it does look like somebody additional came right with you. So that's something that, you know, it's important for this player to be keeping track. It looks like you have someone who's already over on the left-hand side here. It's important for them to keep track of something like that because, you know, if they hear, okay, these 2 people are on right, they might assume that the other person went with them, or, you know, that might be the game plan. And so if they put themselves in a position where they're alone, then that could be a problem. But for now, I think it works out okay. They're able to draw aggro.
Watch out.
You guys do get flanked from the right, which is a really good play from this player. They see that you're moving in on the zone, and so they get pressure from the other side. Unfortunately for them, your teammate up front wins this 1v1. They are, you know, fighting uphill. They are in a pretty exposed position. This is something where I would be worried dropping in like that, especially against the Hydra. I'd be worried that the Hydra would be right side peeking me and that I wouldn't be able to get that close. But since they are able to get that pick, all of the pressure from here isn't as important, and you can spend all of your time, you know, dealing with this. So the roller is able to sneak onto the zone here, and this is the first that you're able to spot them. The ouch clues you in, and I'm glad you're responding to the ouches. And fortunately, the roller doesn't continue going for you. They just kind of turn their backs to you, so you're able to just shoot them in the back. So that's great.
Got roller.
You're able to get the roller. This player is, you know, fighting over here. You notice that, and then good trade there. So it looks like they put all the bubbles out in this direction, but fight in this direction. What they probably could have done here was do an insta-pop combo, drop a bomb at their feet, throw a bubble over the top, and then bomb it a second time. And, you know, if they'd put like one here and one here, that blocks your team's shots. And this bubble popping probably also pops this bubble and gets both of you. So this was a dangerous situation. With any Kensa Jr., the way that I approach this weapon is if it doesn't have special, then I look at it like, okay, this is basically just an arrow spray. It has almost nothing it can do to me. If it has special, I'm like, okay, this is a bomb waiting to go off at any point in time. I need to treat it like it's a roller. I need to treat it like it's an ambush weapon. So let's see if we can spot special here. It does just get special right now, so it would be easy to miss that they, you know, got it and then immediately popped it here. So I wouldn't have blamed you if you'd gone down to this, but fortunately your teammate puts on enough pressure that they go down, and this is only a trade. So here, this is a little bit of a mechanics thing, which I'm not going to dwell on too much, but so you're firing shots at this brush, right? And the first several of them haven't hit. At this point, you want to be backing up, because what the brush is going to do is they're going to get into range of you, so that they can do enough damage to splat you before you can back away. And then they're just going to pop up and do that damage. So you're on a timer right now. Once the brush gets to about here, there's basically nothing you can do about it. You need to do more DPS to them while they're approaching you, because otherwise they will win the 1v1. Now, in this situation, I'm actually surprised they don't just go in and like take an off angle and pick you here. That's what I would expect them to do. The inkjet isn't a terrible play. It can potentially, you know, zone you out a little bit, but I think they had a freer pick and they probably could have saved the inkjet for later. Now they're forcing themselves to hit some kind of long-range inkjet shots. You know, there's no guarantee that they get a pick out of that. So the Hydra does come in and clean the splat up for the inkjet here. And now you're not in a good position anymore because you're a member down. You've got at least one or two that are respawning because one of them recently traded over there. and they have full numbers on the field already with a Hydra looking at an angle that can hit you. So you might be able to stall zone a little bit, but you really need to start backing up. And I do really like that at this moment you recognize, okay, it's time to get out of here.
Keep the zone painted as long as I can. I gotta get out.
Even as you're finishing up, I'm going to keep the zone painted as long as I can. You're already leaving, and that's awesome. That's great recognition, great reaction to the situation in the game.
I gotta get out.
All right, so this play here, with this much blue ink in front of you, first of all, I'm worried about the roller. You know, if we haven't called out where they're at, if we haven't spotted them somewhere, and I'm looking to see if I spot them somewhere. I don't really know where they are for sure. They could be literally right here waiting to shark you, you know? So painting just a little bit further forward so that if they want to come around the corner and get you, they have to paint a little bit more. That's probably a safer play. It's going to alert this player to you earlier, but the shots that you're firing right now are already doing that. Like, this is another situation where you're firing and missing, and you keep firing for a little bit longer than is safe. If this were Devi, you'd already be splatted before you ever got off the bridge. She would, you know, spot that. You'd maybe get like 2 or 3 shots off, and then she'd just swim back, angle up, and laser you from there. Because you don't have any cover from this position. While you're dropping, your trajectory is very, very predictable. And you don't want to be dropping into this anyway if you haven't already damaged the Hydra significantly, because the Hydra out DPSs you by a lot, almost by like a factor of 2. It is an extremely, extremely fast kill time. And so even if, you know, you're hitting your shots right away, if they're hitting their shots too, you still just lose. So you either need to have the jump on them, or you need to just kind of disengage at a certain point. Now, this Hydra still is not firing at you. They're still shooting at something else. And so that's an awareness problem on their end. But, like, by the time you land, like, they should already have kind of just aimed at you and lasered you down. You're dropping down without cover into enemy territory. You don't have anybody else who's really taking an off angle on this guy. Like, yeah, I guess they're shooting at someone, but they could just, like, turn a few degrees to the left and be hitting you now. So this fight I definitely don't agree with.
Got the Hydra. Got the Hydra.
Another thing that doesn't go great about this is that even if you get this pick, you're landing in enemy ink, and you're doing this in a very visible way so that even if you trade, their teammates are very likely to be around to be able to clean this up. So you're very likely dropping into, at best, a 1-for-1 trade. And the thing is, they don't have a penalty right now. So as soon as they're able to just like cap the zone here,
got the Hydra. Got the Hydra.
Your trade leaves things in the status quo, and the status quo is they have control of the zone and they're scoring. So not only does that fight, you know, have a high likelihood of failure, it also leaves you in a position, unless you like win a 1v2 in enemy ink, where they have control of the zone for longer.
Okay. Yes. Nice snap.
Your teammate
nice.
Gets a great 1v1 win there. You know, that's a position where it's like you kind of need to play it by ear. Like if you really think you can take the fight, then go for it. If not, you know, it's fine just to stall and wait for teammates to arrive. But because they were able to take it, you now have the advantage of being able to cap the zones, set up some paint control around the zones because you don't have to spend time painting the zones themselves, and be ready for the enemy team to push back in. Enemy team is more staggered than you guys are, so you have some time to get back into position. That was a really crucial pick that Snaps got there.
I was so close to being a wipe.
All right. So Torpedo comes in from here, and my next question is, where is this junior? As soon as they have enough ink for another Torpedo, they're liable to bubble combo me. And so, where is this guy? Roller drops, so that's a more immediate concern, I guess. And they miss everything and get splatted, so that's awesome. They really probably should have splatted you there. They clearly cannot see exactly where you are, even though you stood up to shoot at the torpedo, so that's an awareness problem on their part. You probably should be dead, but your teammate should be able to trade this back, so not bad positioning anyway. And since they missed, you guys were able to just pinch them between the two of you and get them. There's a lot of really good team play like this that we see in these matches here, where you guys will intentionally take positions on, you know, off angles or opposite sides of someone and take fights together. I love seeing that. All right, so one of them is dropped here. Now, this guy right here isn't a huge threat right now. They don't have, like, special or anything. Their team is 2 down. In fact, one of them is disconnected at this point. You don't really have to chase this. If you chase this, you have to think, I'm isolating myself from my teammates. Is that worth it? You will have right side peek advantage, you know, all the way around these corners, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But what if they get in position above you and drop on you? You know, what if they are setting up an ambush? They're going to swim around a corner, wait for you to swim around it, and then splat you as you push forward or something like that. You know, you've got to be keeping really close track of where they are and also where their Hydra is watching if you're intending to, like, actually push this here.
Wait, yeah, one.
I like that you back up at this point. They've got height advantage over you. You don't want to get underneath this ledge. You want to just kind of stay back, play the space that you've got. You've got all this paint behind you. Good recognition, quick recognition on the DC, so that clearly shows you're watching the heads-up display above. Lots of good awareness.
Juniors up on bridge. Juniors up on bridge.
So we're calling juniors on bridge, and that's good that you recognize that, because, like, yeah, you like can't see them from here, but you know they're throwing torpedoes over, or you know because this was the guy who came from the right side, so you know where they are. So I like that, you know, you're showing object permanence. That's something that we like to talk about. Like, you're recognizing when a player has moved, and thinking, you know, keeping a mental map of where they're going to be and predicting their movements. Because a lot of times you can get picks from just expecting where someone's going to be. Okay, so now the bubbles are coming in from the right, and I would want to be swimming away from this immediately. That bubble pops, you get splatted. And pushing out onto the zone like this was a really good shark on the rollers part. I was surprised to find them there, but you didn't really have anyone in front of you clearing the way. So there's, you know, strictly speaking, if I look at that situation from a few seconds ago, right here, clearly someone's contesting the zone is one thing we know, because there's all this blue ink on the other side. There's all this blue ink on my end. So there's definitely some kind of push that's starting on this end. We've had a player go down recently. Like, we've got bubbles coming in from this side. This is a sign to me that the enemy team is pushing, that they're getting ready to go, and you don't see any of your teammates with you. I would want to just be hightailing it back to ramp. You know, if they get the zone, they get the zone. That's fine. What's not fine is if your team ends up staggering, because that is how they're able to hold the zone for a long time.
Roller got me. Roller got me.
So team does flank the Hydra there, and really good cleanup by those 2 players there. This is just, you know, your 2 players outplaying the other team. Really good positioning they took, and really good fight they took. Numbers-wise, they probably shouldn't have won that.
Snaps, I'm jumping to you.
I do also like that they are pushing up as far as they possibly can as soon as they get that control. They're trying to meet the opponents and force the fights further away from the zone, so that way, even if they just lose straight up right away, the other team still has a while before they can actually make their way down to the zones. You know, you're buying yourself time, maintaining the status quo.
I'll go babysit zone.
Babysitting zone isn't the most important thing if your team is already pushed pretty far up. You know, you got to think, like, if they are all spawning, which is the situation we happen to be in right now, there are only so many places they can come out. If we have all of those places covered, they'll never get to the zone. And you want the fight to happen off the zone rather than on the zone. If the fight happens on the zone and you get splatted, it might give them the zone faster. And if they beat you, they immediately have access to the zone instead of having to swim back to it and giving you time off your respawn clock. So in this position, instead of backing up and leaving your frontliners in like a 2v4 situation, I would try and stay, you know, maybe not right up with them, but a little bit further back so that you can support them in the event that a fight breaks out that you can help with. Because, like, you threw a bomb up on a bridge. There is no physical way that any player can be on the bridge right now of the other team. Now, what you might be worried about is, you know, someone coming out to the right, But even if you're worried about someone coming out to the right, just take right street. Take their right street. And that way you can still see your teammates and what's going on with them. You can still help your teammates, but you can also stop someone from dropping out to the right. But see, now you've backed up and your whole team has gone down. I have to imagine, if you're up there taking an off angle with these guys, you might at least have been able to trade one of those splats back. So now the game is going to go on for a little while. With 3 down, you do not want to be pushing onto the zone there. That's the first place they're going to be thinking once they get a big fight win like that. So you're going to run into the enemy team that way, and when you're at the bottom of the zone like this, you're at a height disadvantage against them. So the roller is actually able to paint your feet from that range, where they probably wouldn't have been able to do that if they had been on even ground with you.
Oh gosh, yep, they got me.
For multiple reasons,
you
didn't want to be down there. So now, I would be calling that the roller is going to be in our street. Granted, they are just trying to rickroll their way up there instead of moving optimally or playing sneaky or anything. So maybe your teammates just see that. But, we want to know where the roller is so that players don't drop over ledges. This is a map where there are so many ledges that are easy to drop down to get into the zone from. And if a teammate isn't aware that there's someone pushing in there, if they haven't maybe checked the map on their rollout, that's a really easy pick for a roller to get. So I would be calling out roller our ramp. And maybe now that I'm seeing it develop, one flanking left. Because you actually see there for a second, there is definitely paint going down on the left sneaky. What I'm thinking here, is what are the immediate threats to my team? What player positions do they need to know about from this map? We see paint going down on the left-hand side here. You'll see as I play it right there. Somebody is painting this area right now, and there's also a roller on this side. So if someone just blindly drops into street, they could easily get pinched from the right and the left. You want to make sure that people know those positions.
Dang it. I didn't notice fast enough.
All right, so you're able to get a pick on the roller, and this player doesn't come in time to help the roller. It's more on the roller for pushing it too fast than it is on that player. Yeah, we have 3 minutes to
capture zone again.
I have no idea how the Hydra doesn't just laser you here. Granted, they're looking at the zone, but this is a really strange position to hold their zone from, because it makes you so vulnerable to the other team pushing from street. If I'm a Hydra in this position, I'm thinking I'm trying to control their street. That's what this position is really good for. And they should also know, their teammate just had an encounter with you and is now backing up. That's something that the Hydra player should kind of be paying attention to, because if, maybe they're thinking the junior is going to be helping them out if somebody rushes them, then, well, that's the canary in the cage, that's their warning sign that has just flown the coop. I don't know why they're unaware of you taking this position against them. I guess they're expecting that they can just retreat by dropping down, and to be fair, you do miss a lot of shots here. Rather than trying to get on the box right now, if you get up on the box, they're going to know it's coming before the shots hit them. I would just stay, at range here and aim up and hit these shots from down here. That way, they have less time to react. They're given less of a warning. Since they're looking away from you, you're more shooting them in the back than you are coming up and tapping them on the back shoulder.
Capture zone again.
Those shots behind them, that audio cue probably clued them in that they needed to drop down here. And so they have a much better chance of getting away. Now, they still shouldn't get away. In your position here, especially since they're shooting at someone who's on the zone, I would still stay standing on top of the block.
Yeah, we have 3 minutes to
because
capture
if you're
zone again.
up here, you have height advantage over them. They have to aim way up at a really odd, awkward angle. And if this fight ends up going bad, you can always just swim backwards and be behind cover all of a sudden. So you still have that option if you don't drop here. But once you drop, you're in a ton of blue ink. For all you know, this Hydra is going to laser your teammate and then have charge left for you. And you miss these shots, and you're also low on ink. So for a variety of reasons, you should probably get splatted here. We'll see if that actually happens. Nope, they looks like they run out of charge there at an inopportune moment. So you are lucky for that. It's poor ink management on their part. But if they have a teammate even who's in position to help you, they could probably splat you here. It is good that you're strafing at that point, but Again, taking the fight from a position where you can retreat, from a position where you have shots earlier and you're not alerting them to you, that would probably even better and been a lot better of a guarantee that you would get the pick.
Got Hydra. Got Hydra. Okay.
All right. When you get a pick like that and you've cleared out left tree, you're immediately turning and looking back at the zone. I've seen this a couple times now. I guess maybe you're worried about the right-hand side, but from this position, what you really want to be doing as a team is pushing up and taking control of their street. And, you know, if you're going to go up the wall on the right and come over on that side, I guess that helps. You know, that's going to accomplish that goal. But you're also going to keep yourself out of play for like 5 seconds. Whereas if you pushed up their ramp and then just went to the right from there, then you'll be in play for longer. You won't be like taking yourself out of the situation just to relocate. So I would be pushing up with the rest of your team here.
Okay, armor coming in.
You also would have, you know, seen that player coming earlier and been able to help your teammate earlier. Now that they're wiped, you know, just kind of push all the way up. And if you are worried about that right-hand side, just go over to the right side of street and paint that. No reason for you to be staying on the zone when they're all wiped, like I mentioned earlier.
Yep. I see them.
Like, you just spent, what, like 8 seconds or something? Swimming from here, back to your side zone, back to the other side. What you've accomplished in doing that is you've gained this much special charge. And you have no idea what the enemy positions are at this point. You're not map checking to spot that. So that move back and forth didn't really get you anything. What could have got you something is if you'd taken control of their street. There's probably a lot of enemy paint there, so you're not only slowing them down from getting back to the zone and, you know, putting yourself more directly in their way, you're also painting for special better. On top of that, because you can look up over the ledges more easily from that position, you're going to spot where they're coming from, even if you're not using the map as much. And you're also going to be closer to your teammates so that if they do try and rush them, you're there to help them with the fight. That whole going back and forth sequence there didn't really accomplish much for you. Lots of missed shots here, and at like an X rank level,
I see them.
if you miss that many shots, the Hydra's already splatted you. So this is a situation where I'd want to like maybe strafe to the right if you're going to try and keep the fight going so that you can, you know, they're moving to the right here, they're looking to the right. So if you strafe to the right, you're going to stay in their range of them for longer, and that's going to give you better shots on them and also maybe throw their aim off if they try to shoot back. They should be trying to shoot back. Instead, they shoot at something else and then just back up behind the wall.
Roller.
So the Hydra is definitely playing this a little bit clumsily, but what also happens while you're just aiming up and shooting at them is the roller has all of the time in the world to close with you. It looks like they might have gotten your teammate before you. Let me see how that developed. So yeah, you do have a teammate in street there, but it looks like they go down right there. For that teammate, I would be trying to call like, one got me their street, roller, 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 or something like that. And trying to like alert my teammates that there is imminent danger right near you. That might have gotten you out of this in time. I don't know if it would have. One thing that also could have helped you here potentially, you see this corner right here? This corner is actually really great for giving you cover, because if you duck behind this to the left, not only are you making it so you're harder to hit because you're around the corner, you're also making it harder to hit because you're over a slope, and you're giving yourself right side peek advantage if someone tries to push you. This is a really, really strong defensive position to take if someone's pushing you from this direction. And if you had fled to the left here instead of just trying to run straight away, so like if you go left here and cut the angle, you kind of put this glass between you and them, that's a faster way to get to safety than trying to retreat straight backwards. So I would be putting myself to the left first and then backing up.
Roller got me.
So now the roller is pushing forward. You are able to, you know, your team is able to kite back and handle that really well. And they're able to take the other player out too. And the Hydra doesn't provide enough support. So it looks like you guys are in a position to win this now. Yeah, this is a total lockout right now. The only player alive is this K Junior. And the only thing they're going to be able to do is pop bubbles on the zone and maybe neutralize for a second. Or, you know, if they splat all of you, I guess that would work.
Let's go.
Because you guys swarm on that as well as you do, because they're the only threat on the map, and all 4 of you can kind of take different angles and distract them and force them to use their resources off the zones. You do a great job, and you're able to hang on to the lead. So, generally very happy with the team play that I'm seeing from you guys. Like, that is at a way higher level than I'm expecting based on the level that you guys are, like, in game and, like, just the mechanics that I'm seeing. Like, for how new you guys are to the game, that kind of team play is really impressive to see. So that's really cool, and I hope you guys keep that up and keep playing together like that. Aim mechanics are one thing to talk about, and that's something that, you know, everyone is going to slowly learn over the course of these levels, where you want to be making sure that as soon as you're missing shots, you're disengaging and moving somewhere. Because like we were talking about, you know, the Hydra, they had some opportunities that they didn't really take advantage of to get rid of you in a lot of these positions. It might be that they were stick aiming. It might be that they were just putting the blinders on to focus on only shooting one person and not noticing when they got flanked. There are a lot of different ways that they probably could have handled these situations and been a much greater threat to you guys. Also, pay attention to enemy ink, especially against a weapon like a roller or a brush, where you don't want to start engaging a fight if it involves you dropping into enemy ink. That's taking away your escape route and also making you very visible. That is exactly what a roller or a brush is going to be looking for. So definitely keep an eye out for situations where you're kind of just throwing yourself at them like that. That's going to get punished more and more as time goes on. But if you have any more questions, definitely reach out to me on Discord. Thank you for submitting the footage. We're going to move on now because we've got a doozy of a VOD review coming up. We've got a big ol' thing, a big team. This is yeah, the Octo expansion thing, yes. I need to scroll up here so that I can actually
I was like,
this.
Jamie's gonna make a pun out of this because I could have sworn I heard my name the first time you said doozy, and I'm like, that's not what you said.
Okay. I believe this is the third one here.
That's
Just make sure you're screen sharing your Discord and stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, it didn't really matter with that one because Goombs wasn't in there with us, but I will definitely screen share here with you guys. Okay. So, this should be the third game of this map mode. They were doing a scrim where they were repeating the map modes, and a lot of them were pretty negatively affected by lag. You can even see from the overhead in some situations that yellow players are teleporting here and there, which is
just one.
Oh, okay.
And you might even actually catch a glimpse of a couple moments.
Does that one player leave for this match then? Was it Shoulds?
Yeah. But,
gotcha. So they're not in this match, and so this one was a little bit better.
This is why we chose this one overall, because the other two that we did on this one is like...
Yeah. Gotcha, for sure. Okay, so we'll talk about comps for a second. They are playing... this is a pretty meta comp, I would say. We've got double armor, so they're going to be able to push in pretty aggressively. They've got, obviously, a very aggressive Neo Splash. And then I really like the foil Flingza on this map mode in particular. Missiles are insane here. This weapon paints for missiles extremely quickly. It's also a roller, so it hits up over ledges really easily. So that has a lot of utility both on pushing out so that you can secure the area below you, and on pushing back in for securing stacks, for taking out snipe. There's a lot that a roller can do on this map, and they've got a lot of range with the vertical flicks, so they can kind of control lanes really well, which is great for the edges here. So great weapon for this map mode in general, I think, and so I generally like their comp. And then looking for you guys here, you've got the custom Hydra here, which...
False!
Or not, and the custom... I keep thinking that, like, the normal Hydra, the default Hydra... But it's the custom. We've got the V Hydra.
Thank you.
You're playing it a little custom by not playing the custom, is a way to put it. So
I'm
this is
not
the
gonna be me if I'm not being normal. Like if I'm
It's
being
the-
normal, there's a problem.
It's the splashdown Hydra, which basically the only utility you're probably going to get out of that are jump ins or on maybe capping the zone if you're alone. It's just a faster way to do it.
It was for bomb rush cancels because every time we play this map mode, there is a bomb rush and I cancel it. So.
Okay. Yeah, and that's also, useful if they're not pushing in with the bomb rush. Obviously, if somebody is taking an off angle while you deal with that bomb rush, you're still at risk of getting shot out of it. The bombs can also impact you because the suction rush, suction bombs have a really big blast radius. Sometimes they will just do some chip damage at the top of a splashdown jump, stuff like that. So.
And also, I've just been using the bomb in general, like the chicken for the stacks.
Mm-hmm. And chickens.
I've been using it to help my bucket push.
Chickens do have a lot of utility in figuring out where the other team is. It's good scouting. So there are definitely some advantages to using it. We will see, in a couple of places it gets canceled, but in a couple of places it ends up being helpful. So things to consider. But Ray is going right, and I believe beforehand they called that they were going to be going right. And then it looks like Jamie and Taku both go left. So the play here, it seems, is Ray is going to slosh up and make life difficult on the stacks so that the rest of the team can take control of mid. And then if Ray needs help, Devi is going to be able to provide cover fire and stop someone from rushing Ray. Now, one thing I would say for Ray is that there are a couple of positions that they take in this match where they don't give themselves an escape route. One of the first things that I like to do if I'm going to take this right side position in court, he's already going to be sloshing up over the side here, right? People are going to know that the slosher's here. It's not like like he's trying to get there stealthily or something. Look at all the purple paint that's already on this spot. So they know to be worried about left already. Painting one line in this direction so that he can escape and get back to this ramp or behind this pillow is not going to do anything adverse. It's not going to give away his position, but it will give him a way out if he starts to get rushed unexpectedly. I would like to be seeing that because this is actually a really, really phenomenal position right back here for kiting someone back and stalling. It's a great place to be if your team loses the fight in general and you need to back up. It's a way that you can kind of stay in and keep applying pressure and keep painting for special without a ton of risk of really getting collapsed on, at least very quickly before you can jump out. Because you can always use this pillow, you can always duck behind here and have right side peek. You can use the height advantage of the ramp and back all the way up. If you back all the way up, you have this corner to back around, or you could retreat back into street and be behind the box. You can run them around in circles for so long in this area of the map right here if you end up in a bad position. So I would like to see Ray giving himself access to that instead of just focusing on what's on the right here. Because, he's making himself visible. He's missiled right now. The enemy team is getting ready to push. They've just popped armor. Where can he run to? If he runs off in this direction, he has nowhere to paint, and the missiles are going to paint his feet, and he's going to be in a lot of trouble from anyone pushing this way. If he runs back towards Freezer, he's taking his missiles with him across the zone, and everyone else is going to be bunched up there, and he's going to be forced into low ground. And that's just not a good position because he can't see anything. It's a little bit better for the slosher, I guess, out of any of the weapons that are here, but it's still not really a place that you want to be if you've got a roller above you or something. So Ray's kind of stuck once this push goes out. And yeah, Devi's trying to get in position, to help out, but the splash is already on Ray at this point. Ray needs to be able to kite back a little bit sooner than this if Devi's going to have any chance of helping him out. And so the splash, I believe,
Broken armor.
They actually don't get the pick on Ray, and they get forced back a little bit. So from here, the splash should probably go down, but the zap is also pushing Ray. Okay, so the splash goes down.
Thanks.
That's best case scenario there. That's Devi coming in to save the day. I'm surprised Ray survives that. I'm surprised they miss enough shots that that happens the way it does. What was that?
I said I think I scared them because they saw I was in the middle of a charge, so I don't think they knew how much charge I had. so they were kind of dodging out of the way a bit, so I couldn't hit them.
Okay.
So is what it looked like from my view.
Maybe it was the second game I watched instead of the third, like where I'm remembering this from. I did watch both, but at one point Ray definitely just dies from getting pushed on left-hand side, and
yeah, that was the second game where the massive initial beginning lag happened.
Right,
like,
where they like get a quad on the entire team, just going one by one. Yeah,
just zoomed across the map.
Because what's happening meanwhile, which we should also probably talk about here, is that Jamie and Taku are taking a fight on the left-hand side. I would prefer, I think, to be seeing more people focus on one side, like one fight at a time. Because, like, in this situation, you're taking two 2v2s, right? You could be taking a 3v2 and having one other person skirmish and just not engage very much. And I feel like that's more advantageous. But in this, so I either want to see like Jamie rotating over to help with this, because Jamie being there, this is an easy 2-0 cleanup. And then Taku just has to kind of be like, they're coming from left, push right to left. And then once you guys finish over here, Jamie and Ray can rotate over to the left and push with Taku and probably clear these guys out just fine. Meanwhile, Taku can kind of like paint for special because Taku's really close to special, and stall out on the zone for a little while and make it so that you guys have this fight that's advantageous. Now, Taku, sees the roller and locks eyes with them and is like, "You die today." The thing is, Taku probably should have seen that the slosher was over here. Like, they're sloshing here, they've sloshed multiple times there, and yeah, like, they're sharking on the wall now, but that's something that Taku, was on stacks and probably should have been able to see. So, knowing that there's somebody here, like, deciding to drop down here, the roller is out of range, for one thing. Like, the roller just kind of kites back, and they're behind cover now. So, this drop fails effectively, because now, how does Taku push a roller that's behind cover like this, that has longer range, that can hit over the top of the cover? Like, this is really dangerous. The best case scenario now is that Taku is able to focus this person that they didn't see earlier, that Jamie's trying to help with. Jamie ends up trading with the slosher, but the roller is going to get her there. So for Taku, I would say, one, that's knowing your range, knowing that you can't just drop down and immediately be hitting that Flingza. Two, it's awareness of where that Tri-Slosher was, because I feel like that's something, just based on the overhead. And maybe, I don't get to see Taku's camera, so maybe there's some information that I'm missing there, that maybe Taku was looking at something else, or I don't know, exactly what they can see, but that's something where I feel like they probably could have had the information to know that the slosher was there. They probably could have had the information to know that dropping down was not going to get them a splat on the roller. And so I don't think that fight was something that Taku wanted to take. Jamie coming in and helping with that, that's fine, I think. Like, if Jamie sees, oh, there's a fight going on, I can help with this, then that's good. And so, Jamie's being supportive there. But it ends up in a situation where, Jamie's in a 2v1. Jamie's able to trade that back, which is the best he can do. And then Taku is stuck in the 1v1 that was doomed from the beginning and isn't able to win that. So we end up in a 2v2 here. It is the most inexplicable thing to me why the roller jumps out in this position. I have no earthly idea why, after getting both of you and having teammates who could have called out where the other two were, they decided that they needed to jump. That's so confusing to me. Like, they could have had map presence.
He jumped out.
Like,
it is a little odd. I wonder if it was just to come back and regroup with everybody to come back in, because they only had the one on the one side.
Why not just paint for special? Like, why not shark? Well, they have special. I guess maybe they're jumping out to try and preserve it. I don't know. They surrender so much map pressure. Like, imagine there's a roller that you guys don't know about now. Like, somewhere in the yellow ink. Like, they could be here for now. They could be here on zone. They could be here. Like, if you guys don't know where this person is, then that's pressure. And they're totally giving it up, so.
It is a little, because I'm pretty sure Ray and I wouldn't have seen it. But, like, Taku called it that it jumped back, but I mean, I'm not sure. Maybe it just...
Yeah. Very, very strange to me. So
2 behind right and 2 left.
So now you guys just kind of get to walk into mid, despite having a 2v2 situation. Like, they kind of gave that up for you there. But they are spawning out faster than we are, because the picks that we got happened first. So they have a little bit of initiative here. They also have a special. Seeing this much paint coming towards me and seeing this few teammates here, I'm immediately thinking, okay, I need to have an escape route. I need to have a way back out of this. You know, if missiles are launched at me right now, where do I go?
One just dropped into me. I'll take it.
Like, I'm very worried about your positioning, but we'll see if you are
I've got rush.
or have reason to be.
Come to me.
Okay,
Just
you do
before the
manage this really
missiles.
well.
Yeah, no, it's just until the missiles land. The only thing I fear there is burst bombs coming at my face. Otherwise, they can't hit me.
Yeah, like if a burst bomb does like reach all the way, then you're good, but you actually just pick that person. So yeah, this is fine.
Yeah, it was just the missiles. Otherwise, that's a primary spot for me on this map whenever we're playing like a neutral game. If I can hold that, I have their whole left side control.
Ray's in a very, very aggressive position right here, especially when, you know, the rest of the team is missiled. If he's going to take this position, this is like I'm going to poke someone's armor off and then run away sort of thing to me. I don't want to be committing to a fight from here because Devi's been pushed back by missiles. And so, you know, the one person who so far on all of the rollouts has been in a position to help me is not in that position anymore. Now, maybe Jamie can come in and help, but it's like, it's a junior. If a tri-slosher is up on the stacks above it, I don't really know what the junior does. They like throw a bomb and then sit there and wait like a good little boy for it to blow up. That's about all you can do. So Ray pushing here. I'm a little worried he gets collapsed on. I do like the extra aggression to distract from Ray, but Ray's also, I don't hear Ray calling that there's a fight yet.
Okay, on my side.
Yeah, I think Ray never said anything about the Zap pushing him until he died. Let me hear.
Down right here, though. And then back up.
Okay, on my side.
Yeah, like Ray could have been calling seconds earlier that there was someone pushing him, and I'm sure Jamie would have been on top of that and at least traded it back.
Jamie was actually starting to call it, but it was just as Ray died. But yeah, no, there was no initiation of fight happening over there until it was already too late. I am gonna splash down right here, though.
Yeah, because like even though, you know, it is good for them to be following up with your splashdown, like you've capped the zone, now this player has their feet painted, like this is a pretty good pick for them to go for. I'd want Ray to still be saying something, and if, you know, the rest of the team isn't available to help, I'd also want Ray to have an escape route so they can get away from this. Like, it looks like he's trying to win this just through firepower by just burst bomb rushing the Zap to death, but what he could be doing is using the burst rush in combination with cover instead of standing out in the open.
Okay, on my side.
I got the roller. I traded.
And then back up.
Okay, on
What
my
happens
side.
with Taku here? It looks like everyone then rotates to the right now that that fight has happened, which is unfortunate because that is exactly the moment at which Taku makes contact with the roller here.
It looks like the rotate to the right, like it looks like I did, but you can see I'm still aiming
I got the roller.
the same direction Taku is. It's just I called like, okay, and now back up, but Taku went in.
I'm down.
And then back up.
Okay, on my side.
And then back up. Taco actually does back up, but then starts taking shots from around the other side of cover.
And then goes slightly forward. Because,
got the
like, I
roller,
knew
I
the roller
traded.
was there. I didn't have a charge, and I was just like, I don't want Taku to die to this roller, so I was just like, and then back up, because I knew she was with me. I knew she was the one who was with me, but unfortunately, she went back into the roller.
I traded. God damn it.
Jamie's in a position here where it's like, I feel like a lot of sports get into this mindset of it's my job to paint the zone, you know, by default I should be painting the zone. Here, I feel like you need to win a fight before you can paint the zone, because Jamie's the only painting weapon. They have a painting weapon that also slays and another slaying weapon. They're going to be like running at you. And with Devi, you know, the Hydra is only going to paint so well. And it's also out of position to have charge right now. So Jamie's in a pretty scary spot considering the 2v2 situation. Like, if I'm Jamie here, I don't even really feel comfy with this. I'd be like maybe throwing a bomb around the corner, shooting a little bit, but trying to shark and see where they're at and where they're pushing.
Where do we got Jamie? Oh, below
I'm
me.
down.
Okay.
He's coming up the wall.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah,
Yep.
just back up, back up.
I don't know if I can jump.
Okay,
in time. Oh,
good jump out.
There you go. Yeah,
Because you had no idea whether they were pushing you or not. You did a good job of putting yourself at an angle that's harder for them to hit or that they won't expect you to be at. You get out of there, and now let's make sure that the rest of the team doesn't stagger in.
Okay.
Okay, Jamie's going to be painting for armor. I'm a little worried about Taku's positioning here. Let's see how this turns out.
What's missile?
Taku's engaging a little bit there.
There's one
I have
floor
missiles.
below.
Okay, she just kind of spears and then backs up. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It gives them the impression like, oh, someone might be coming from right, and then she rotates around and comes from mid instead or something.
Missile 3, 1.
What happens with Ray here?
There's one
I have
So
missiles.
Ray's up on top. Ray decides to drop
Okay.
and
Pop
try to
armor.
force this guy out. I think he's bomb rushing. And so
I
I
think
think when
this
Ray
is-
challenges the bomb rush, he ends up getting fenced in. And
This
now
is-
he's stuck in a corner against a short range weapon with absolutely no support. Like,
This
look
was
at
a
how much
miscommunication moment. 100%.
yeah, look at how much yellow paint there is between him and the rest of the team right now. Like, this is just a
I
solo
don't even think
play.
we called in like a way to really go when we were coming back in to try to
Halfway to
initiate a
armor.
counter. I
I
think
think
like,
what's-
Jamie,
well, what's-
Jamie
what-
said he was coming for armor, yes,
Right.
but we didn't really say wait for it and then push this
right
way
flash.
like we did in previous matches. And I know Ray's been calling out when he goes to do something.
Yeah,
but
he
in
did
this
call
case,
out
we
right
didn't-
splash, but like Devi's already looking left, and that's the only person who
Yeah.
could possibly help here.
Yeah,
I have
no, when he
missiles.
called that, I was
Okay,
not
pop armor,
focusing
or-
on that at the time. It was just definitely much of a miscommunication on where we should actually focus, and so it
Missile
had
3,
kind of us a little scattered here. So we
Mhm.
got Ray alone. Like I could have probably helped the best I could, but that's a hard angle for me to hit.
Yeah, I kind of just don't like him trying to retake your court. I don't think your court matters enough to want to devote the amount of time it takes to go down into it.
And we
It's
did
a good
look at
position
this-
at like rollout because nothing's painted, but when they've got your entire street painted like this, it's just going to take you so long to get out all the way around here and then come all the way back to the zone. Like you're going like half the length of the entire map to get one guy out of there who's already wasted his bomb rush in the wrong direction. You know, like once you see the bomb rush, I would say just like hightail it through street and make them realize, oh wait, these bombs should be going on zone right now, and you've got armor and you can push the zone and you can keep them out. So getting caught in here was definitely a mistake on Ray's part.
one's on right side by himself.
Oh, fuck, I ran out of ink. Splash right.
That's I ran out of ink call is number one. I mean, it's not keeping the comms clean. It's like, darn, something went wrong. You know, you're kind of giving a reason why something happened that didn't go well, which I'm guilty of this all the time. To be fair,
I do it
you know,
too.
this is something that's I think like everyone who's been on the call here could work on. But your team doesn't need to know why you lost a fight. That's not important information for them at the moment. They need to know that you lost the fight and where that player is at the very most. Also, that sort of, talking about why the fight went wrong. I didn't talk at all about him running out of ink there, right? I talked about his positioning. A lot of the time, like things like that, like yes, he might have run out of ink, but that wasn't the reason he lost the fight, and that's not what he should be focusing on in making sure it doesn't happen again.
Pushing in.
Broke his armor, got him.
Good job recognizing that one player was loose, and they kind of pushed in a little bit too aggressively, thinking the rest of the team would go with them. I don't know why the Zap is over here. Everything is painted at this point, and like they have an advantage. They should be trying to like use that advantage and push in. Guess maybe they're trying to go for armor, but like
They're going. It looks like they're trying to go for me at this rate, and I don't know
like
if I see
I'm
them.
gonna
or
back
not.
up a little while and like look at what the Zap is doing here to get some context.
Pop armor. Pop.
So all this
Missile
is going
3.
on. Like the Zap isn't painting places where there's purple ink. They're not going up and pushing to help with
One's on
fights.
right side by himself.
Oh, fuck, I ran out of ink. Splash right.
They're putting themselves really far out of play because the action is on the top side of the map, if anything, right now. I guess maybe they're worried about you
Pushing
a little bit, but like a
Broke his
Zap
armor, got
solo
him.
pushing into a Hydra, we talked about that in the last VOD review. That's usually not a good idea. Like they're putting themselves in a place where they're not having a lot of impact for a lot of this.
I gotta use this to get ink. I could have used
It's kind of like they're babysitting the zone, I think. when they could be painting stuff that matters and like providing support for the team. They kind of, by being out of play like that,
Pushing in.
while you guys were in a 4v3, gave you a 3v3 and let you stay in the game.
Broke his armor, got him.
Nice.
Watch out for my missiles.
I have no ink. I gotta use this to get ink.
I guess maybe they're trying to focus on getting
Could have used it on zone, but...
armor, but again, they were sitting in places that were already painted all yellow. Like, they could have painted stacks. Stacks would have given them a lot of paint, or like their street or something, if they really needed armor quickly. So, I'm having trouble, determining what their
It's all good.
thinking
Missile
was
2
behind
in
that.
zone.
Okay, I'm gonna take the right side here. I have a better angle
Okay, how could we have spotted this flank coming in?
to get ink.
So the roller is definitely clearly there,
Could've used it.
and like Taku and Jamie can probably both see that
Missile
they're
2
there.
in zone.
Also, Taku missiles this person.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
find
take
it funny because I moved right because I wasn't aware of this, and then the roller is called. Like once you go forward a couple seconds, I know for a fact the roller is
Yeah,
called
right
as
side
soon
here,
as I
better
make my
angle.
movement.
What might have happened there, I guess, because missiles obviously they give away the opponent's position, but the reticle is always the same size. So like someone who is here relative to Taku could be here, could be here, could be here, and the indicator would look exactly the same as long as they're on that same line. So what might have happened, I think, is that Taku thought that this player backed way up and that they were able to just kind of start pushing forward and ignore them, when instead they were like right next to Taku. That's my guess. But yeah, that's a flank that I feel like could probably have been spotted. Like Jamie, at least, I think had vision on that. So that's something where, that's one of the flank angles. That's something that, we should be at least keeping in our peripheral vision and calling out once a push is starting. Because now we're one down and you guys are in a really difficult position to hold from. You've got a Tri-Slosh who's going to come over on the right, and you're going to get kind of forced into freezer by this roller here.
Roller got me right. He's weak.
Roller backed up.
And the
Yeah,
Tri
he's
should
going
get Ray
top left,
here,
right
but
side.
missed shots, I guess.
See if we can get a little more paint on this.
And
zone.
Ray is going to be
On
able
it.
to use the... Why is he jumping? What?
Yep, he's going top left, right.
Literally, he could just slosh once and then swim backwards
Sec.
and still be in
See if we
play.
can get a little more paint on this zone here. And
On
then
it.
should-
I guess better safe than sorry, but like you're a Tri-Slosher. Like your whole thing is you can go up against almost any weapon in the game and at least trade. Especially at short range. I'm surprised he doesn't force it against Ray here.
Yep, he's going top left, right sec.
See if we can get a little more paint on this zone here. And
On
then
it.
should-
And like you didn't have armor yet, so yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Tri-Slosher could have done more there and put more pressure on you guys to,
Okay,
break your
we're being
formation up.
missiled again, so heads up.
because now you're able to just kind of reform without being punished at all for Taku going down, and kind of
Their roller's
push your way
coming
back
right.
into the zone.
Left.
So now Taku definitely needs some support here. I think Jamie's getting distracted by the Zap, who, like I mentioned before, is like this area has been yellow all game. Nobody from your team has pushed here. So I don't know why the Zap keeps trying to drop out on this side. They're putting so many walls between them and anything important that's going on. They're like, I guess maybe they're worried that you're going to take this position, but like nobody's there right now. They can't get armor from this. They don't have team support. So like even if the Hydra is here, what's the Zap going to do about it? They're just going to get lasered right away. So I'd really like to see the Zap someplace else
Their
from
roller's
here.
coming right.
Given that they're in, that position,
What's left?
Jamie sees the bomb,
I wanna see
and that clues them in that there's someone on the left. But in the meantime, you guys probably could have been putting your 3 frontliners over on this side, using the slosher and using Taku's aggression to get some picks here. And then maybe, once that fight has started, Jamie looks over here and watches for the Zap to come in and join the fight. But
I
like,
got bucket.
since
traded
they're putting
bucket.
themselves so far out of position, I would want to ignore that for the time being, for at least a few seconds, and try and get an advantage elsewhere instead of just kind of puppy guarding it.
There was something I noted throughout this entire scrim is that with a team like this, there's always this one odd person out of play on one side of the map and the other 3 are elsewhere. It's something that we are catching up on, so it's actually making a 3v3 when we could be fighting a 4v3. And it's just like, okay, come on. Let's not focus on this person way out of play on the other side. Let's focus forward here, because then we can get these guys and the objective at the same time.
Mhm. Taku trading here is honestly the best case scenario, I think, because Taku does not have a lot of support at this point. There's like Ray, who I'm not sure I like him dropping here because he can't hit all of stacks from this position. He can hit some of it, but not all of it. So if Taku pushes up over the top, they have plenty of space to maneuver and just take basically a 2v1 versus Taku. I think Ray either needs to be positioned like directly under it and sloshing up and over for this to be impactful, or Ray should be going in from a more vanilla angle, like from behind the stacks, you sloshing up and over, or from trying to take mid before Taku goes up over the wall. I feel like Ray's kind of zoned out from the fight, and so when Taku goes in, the best that's going to happen is a trade, and that is what ends up happening. Taku does play it well, but like Ray's just kind of forced to abandon the fight there, and nothing really comes of that push.
I got
I looked
bucket.
over this
Traded
last night
bucket.
and he said the same thing. He even asked himself, why did I back up here?
Mhm. Ooh, now Ray's going to get flanked. When somebody's there putting pressure on the stack, this position's probably okay. But when there's not, someone is just going to come through closed here. And I think Ray goes down to this. Oh, no, wait. Is my depth perception wrong? So he's... Okay, so Ray is climbing the
Okay,
wall right
He's
now.
on the wall.
And he gets
And now he's
around
back.
them. Okay, that was slick. That was slick.
Yeah, that was very
Going on the
slick.
right stack.
He's probably still in trouble without any support. What's going on the rest of the map? Jamie's focusing on painting the zone, and Jamie sees this paint coming in, so Jamie's contesting this. Devi's the only person who's able to help, and Devi's too far back to hit
Going
those
on the right
shots. So Ray's probably just dead. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I did poke a few, but that wasn't a
I
win.
got one.
I try to paint up. There you go.
Okay, we need to hold the zone the best we can.
Taku's been in a tricky spot there. I like that she's not going in too hard
I got one.
after she gets one. Like, what I probably would have done is I probably would have gotten that pick and be like, oh, I got one, let's go, let's go, let's go. And nobody's in position to help me, and I rush in and die. Taku is smarter than me, and Taku sits here behind this ledge and waits for support and sits where, you know, she has the ability to see people coming in, where she's got cover, where she's got her own ink, and hopes that, like, by the time somebody is on top of her, Devi's got her spinny gun spun up.
I think another thing that Taku
Okay,
has
we need to
for
hold
her
the
is
zone the
that
best we
she's both
can.
has a Slayer
Yeah.
and a supportive
Yeah,
mindset in a 50-50
they're,
right
they're
now.
right above you. They're
So
ignoring.
she knows when she can't go in.
Mm-hmm. So that's really good on her. Now, we've been flanked on right by the roller once before in this match, and this right flank has been a problem for the last couple of matches. So
Yeah, they're right above
the
you.
fact that the roller is able to slip by
playing the best
again
we can.
here and
Roller's
be
on my
threatening,
right.
I see.
I'm actually surprised that it goes so poorly for the roller. It looked like they were in position where they could have gotten something, but
I had a line of fire going. You can see it.
gotcha.
Yep, by my line
So
of fire.
they just run away from Devi
Yeah,
here.
I
Oh.
shot at him and then I looked away instead of putting
Roller's
up
on my
the
right.
stack,
Yeah,
which was
I
my
see.
mistake. But
Mm-hmm.
So
I
I
like
didn't
the
give
roller
Taku
flanking here because the rest of the team's on the other side, and so they're getting you to like look both ways. But I would really like for them to be kind of engaging or doing something or putting
they just
some kind of
kinda
pressure on.
let us get this lead,
Oh,
but I think
roller
they're
got me.
building a counter at the time. I think they wanted us to get the lead.
Yeah, they're very they're playing really hard around their specials. They're like, we are not going to attempt to take the zone until we have at least one armor and one other special. It's like very orthodox, and that's going to leave you some openings here and there to do things. So let's see. So the roller's trying to get stuff going. Okay, they back all the way up here because of the missiles, I guess.
Nice lead.
And then they
Oh.
pop armor. Okay.
Oh,
I
no.
seeing that they had the missiles there, I guess that makes some more sense that they were just all backing up to avoid dying to missiles. That was a good special that, you know, earned you the lead. And then once they popped armor, they were able to start pushing back in. So I don't hate the move on their part to back up like that.
Oh,
Taku doesn't respect the roller that we knew was on right, and so now this is a 4v3. Devi is gonna get.
I did an utter dumb there, and I knew it too.
That's That's a frontline maneuver.
See,
The-
like, I knew the roller was there, but also in the brief moment, I forgot, and I'm just like, why did I do this? I know that I cannot splash down here because I get canceled from being at the same height.
Coming out.
Yeah, and there's
Right stack.
absolutely nothing Jamie does against a Tri-Slosh who's
Oh,
gotten on top of
roller
him.
got me.
I feel like Jamie could probably have spotted that coming since he's on the stack and the roller came from just a straight line right here. So that might be awareness thing, but he was also probably focused on trying to get the zone painted. And
Coming out.
everybody else is going down, you know, might as well join the club.
Ray. There you go.
Yeah, he jumped
We
out.
got rush ready for next fight.
So this is a dangerous position because if one fight goes badly, they have lead. If two fights go badly, then, or like if you stagger from that first fight, then you lose the game. So I want to see everybody regrouping, calling that they're painting for specials, calling like be careful, you know, respect ledges, calling where opponents' positions are. You know, we've got to kind of go into defense mode here.
Close to missiles armor. I'm close to splashdown, so if we get close. Buckets underneath.
Playing it a little bit scary here, considering they have a try and a roller who doesn't happen to be here, but I would be worried about that. Going up on here instead of going up from like behind the toilet paper rolls where there's cover is scary to me, but
On the right,
looks like
left.
we get away with it just fine.
Three left, one right.
I like the angle Ray takes here, where instead of like just going straight around the corner, he takes a really wide swing. And what I want to see him doing is like sloshing in this direction first, because like obviously hindsight is 2020, but that's where I expect someone's going to be sharking. And there's no way like he's going to be able to just push stack by himself. So the next best place to throw sloshes is either like straight in this direction or over the box,
Three
I would
left,
say,
one right.
to be
Okay, I'm coming up.
spotting sharks out. Great support there from Taku. So that's a great pick. At this point, pop everything, you know, drop the armor to get everybody in, and then get Ray in a prominent position where Ray can start bomb rushing everybody, get Devi pushing in from the off angle to capitalize on the displacement of the bomb rush. Just like unleash all of the firepower.
Burst bomb rush. Or not burst bombs, but they...
Missile 2 in zone. One on
Okay, Taku stays back to fire the missiles, which that'll probably
himself.
still be fine. Yeah, you guys get the cap in time. Did nobody notice the shark over here?
Missile 2 in
There
zone.
was a burst bomb that
One
was
on right
thrown
side
over
by
there.
himself.
There's some one on right side by himself.
I think
okay.
I
Bomb
did, and that's
rushing?
why I moved, but I didn't call it.
Taku's
That was
calling
like
it,
a
but
one- okay.
one right side by himself. They're bomb rushing, and then Taku goes and just
got
gets
the
the pick because they're focused on bomb rushing. So that's great
Mhm.
from Taku. I really like seeing that. Meanwhile, Ray is pushing
By himself.
up to get
Bomb rushing.
backside of zone. They see that the
got
roller
the
is there.
bomb
They're
rusher.
threatening them. They force the roller to do things they don't want to. I don't know. I feel like they either want to commit harder to this fight or commit less to this fight, because now they've gotten not a lot out of it. The roller's not really that far out of position, and the rest of the team's coming in from the other side. But that might be nitpicking. They get the pick eventually. That's awesome. And now you can swing around, get control of zone. Jamie's going to start calling that there's somebody over here. I really want to see you guys like getting people into their street more. Like you guys have had control in a number of cases and not felt comfy going over here.
That's our biggest problem is lockouts. That's something we don't do that we need to establish more
Like
for every zones game.
the idea here is like you want this to be blue, all of this. Like so I agreed with Ray, you know, pushing this guy and maybe calling someone to support him so it's not a 1v1. So that you can get control of this area and put Devi on right stacks. Like I agree with Jamie being over here and painting this and bombing and stuff so that you can get control of street, so that you can maybe put Ray underneath it and like slosh up over the top or something. But like just staying back here on zone, you're giving them too much space to get back in.
Stuff on left.
Okay, I'm going on left.
Okay, there's two over
Okay, so Ray makes the decision to go left. So we probably want someone to be going with him. He calls that he's going left, and
Someone help me out here.
Jamie comes to try and help, but Jamie's not going to be a ton of help in that position. I feel like Ray went a little bit fast, but if you guys are able to trade back on this side, it should be okay. Yeah,
got
you
one
can
on
do trade
right.
back. Oh, but Jamie goes down trying to help.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing. This is another thing we kind of like stopped and
I
retraced
traded
several
bucket.
times with that specific play. We knew Ray kind of went in really quickly. We think the biggest thing Jamie could have waited is actually go at a straight angle instead of the L over, and at least threw a bomb over. But otherwise, that was not a
Pushing that
thing
stack.
2v1 at that moment in time.
And
way
the
Jamie
way
can
that
go
you
around.
fix that is by having a plan.
Yep.
Something that Brock.com talked us through in our coaching session with him was at a certain level of competitive play, you just want to have a plan for every single map mode. Like on lockout, where is everybody? On retake, where is everybody? On defense, where is everybody? Like have those 3 positions mapped out and like, you know, X's and O's drawn on the chalkboard, and just have that for everything, all of the like 80 something map mode combinations, so that there's never a question of like, I'm gonna go left. You know, I think just not knowing where to go is why the lockout is failing here, because you're
And we
trying to
have-
put the idea together on the spot, and by the time you've figured it out, nobody's in position to do that, and they come in for free.
We have done that. It's just we haven't done it with Ray yet. So it's now we just have to do it again and reestablish that. So we discussed this last night. So we have the plan made out now that we know. Because again, this is like our first. This is our second official scrim with Ray. So we're still working out the kinks and then now establishing the plans. So now that we've seen how we're actually doing this, we can establish it better from these reviews.
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh, roller.
Okay, so Ray backs up and is harassing these guys, so that's probably what he's paying attention to. Ooh, this guy goes in really fast, but you guys are able to get him.
One dropped right.
Pushing that
Okay.
I
stack.
think I got a lucky.
And so now Ray's calling, okay, we got one, let's push. When someone goes down like that, I would like the others and not just the front line to push up. There's a little bit of a slingshot going on here. Like, someone went down, we're in a 4v3, go and do things at this point. Taku's firing missiles, which is fine. I would like to see, like, Jamie pushing up and maybe Devi trying to get in position for a fight right away.
Oh, roller.
Missile
got
2.
it.
You're able to trade it back, which is fine.
Okay, we need.
And you get all of your painting power on the zone while the rest of them are focusing on this. So that works out.
On zone here so we can cap it. Good.
Jamie
one's on
sees
left.
this guy, and ooh, I would like for Jamie to have called that, assuming he saw it.
One's on left.
I think.
I think he tried to drop the bomb at his feet and it went too far away from him. But he's
Yeah,
also just not calling that he's doing it.
a rush up on top.
Mhm.
Oh shoot, right side.
Oh shoot.
Okay, it sounds like he didn't see that person at all.
Mm-hmm.
So he's dropping the bomb just like, there's yellow paint here, but I'm probably okay. Didn't notice the jump.
I'm moving left.
They're gonna be shoot, right side.
Oh shoot.
So he's calling right side, right side.
I'm moving left.
They're gonna be
Okay, good. Ray's actually responding to this and seeing that this person's still coming right.
in behind you, Ray.
Yeah,
I like that Ray is making sure to keep his distance using cover.
I'm fighting it.
I can't be here.
From here, if he backs up, he's actually making it easier for the Neo Splash to hit him. I would try and be hitting him up over the ledge and using that aspect of it at this point. Because, like, if you back up this far, you have nowhere to run anymore. The best you can hope for is to keep distance, and this weapon's faster than yours, so... I feel like once you get below there, that's when you kind of stand your ground. Like, they can't throw a bomb underneath you. They have to just kind of, like, push over the top, and you're going to be able to hit them with slosher hits before you get there. So that's more of a 1v1 thing. What happens on the rest of the map? Jamie's down here, so it's a 4v3, so the rest of them are pushing in onto the zone.
Yeah, I'm fighting it.
They're going to find Taku here. They're going to get Taku. I don't know if
They're
I
gonna be
agree
in
with
behind you,
Taku
Ray.
pushing up here.
Yeah.
I guess maybe she's trying to, like, catch them off guard because they're not expecting us to be pushing there, but, like, best case scenario, she gets the try and then the roller just kills her or something. So
We didn't have zone, so
I'm
that's
fighting
it's a big loss there.
yeah, I would say, like, for Taku, like, why not just focus on this guy on right with Ray? Maybe she feels like she needs to zone the try slosher out a little bit, and that's fine. Like, fire a couple shots at him just to be like, hey, I'm watching you, punk. But then once this guy pushes in this far against Ray,
Yeah.
he needs to be seeing some kind of resistance from more people, I think, at that
There's
point.
there's three different focuses
I'm
going on
fighting
right
it.
now. We got Ray in a 1v1, we got
Here's
Taku in a 1v1, we got
got me.
Zap trying to
He's
shoot me
coming up
down.
left to us, yeah.
Okay,
So it just it kind of ended up in a scatter there.
Count quickly.
Mhm.
I have splashdown in about 2 seconds.
I tapped one around
Oh,
this
this
wall here.
one.
Your bomb.
I like the idea of Ray trying to go for this guy because like there's only so much paint that they could possibly be in.
I have armor.
Oh!
But unfortunately, the bomb rush.
I saw
I
it
tapped one around this
and
wall.
my
It's this
reflexes
guy
did
right
not
here.
kick in.
one little boy right there. That guy. This
Oh, yeah,
dude.
the bummer. I
Your
saw
bomb
them
rush
coming
And
out too, and
Oh!
We're two
as
down.
soon as I was gonna trigger splashdown, I was just like, reactions. I could have done that like literally a second earlier when I said I'm gonna get splashdown in 2 seconds. Why didn't I use it?
Now this is not game over from this screen right here. This should not be the end of the game because Jamie and Taku have not dropped down yet. They can notice that 2 people are down. It should at least. Did that get called in like explicit
Bomb rush,
terms?
I have armor.
Oh!
We're two down.
Down in time.
Okay, Jamie actually calls it and then still pops armor and drops down. We've got
Jamie
36
just put in
ticks
chat,
and
but
30 seconds.
This
Mhm.
is where Jamie said he panicked and like recognized this afterwards. Like even I pointed out like there's still 30 seconds. There was still time by the time Ray and I respawned
Mhm.
to make a cap of this. But Jamie
And to be
kinda
clear,
panicked.
the clock that we're worried about is the opponent's timer
Yeah.
here because these are not seconds, these are ticks.
Yeah.
But even so, you still have enough time for the rest of the team to respawn and make one more push with this armor. But because Jamie and Taku do go out here, because, well, Jamie leads the charge and Taku's like, oh, crap, he's going. I guess I've got to help. Taku gets picked right away. Jamie is a junior in a 1v4.
Yeah, that you're
And now this is game over because
Yep.
there is not enough time for the 2 players to respawn. Ray and Devi have to make
Yeah,
like a
he's
hero
PJ.
play in
Had
a
to do something
completely
at that
painted
point.
map.
I'd also like to know we're the 2 worst painting weapons right now.
Yes.
I've got rush. I'm gonna push.
there's a try on.
Yeah, and it like literally impossible even if
Oh,
that bomb rush goes off
God.
flawlessly to reach the zone in time. So
I can't do it.
it was that stagger right at the end.
Yeah, it's just patience. Like the last 30 seconds isn't a rush moment; it's a regroup moment
Mm-hmm.
to be able to reclaim.
All right, so we only went 5 minutes over. I told you that VOD review right there was going to be a doozy. There's just so much to talk about when you can see everything instead of just one player's perspective. So I'm pretty proud that we got through that as quickly as we could. That is going to do it for the stream. Thank you everybody for watching on both platforms, YouTube and Twitch. Shoutouts to both of you guys. And thank you to our mods for doing the best they can to keep control of chat, to keep you all reined in. We are Bravest Esports. Yeah, exactly. We are Bravest Esports. Squid School starting soon. Yes, exactly. Let me get the slideshow shifted over right here to talk about what's coming. Come on. There we go.
You can do this, Jerry. I believe.
It reset right as soon as I hit the forward button, so it went back to the previous slide. Anyway, so tomorrow we're going to have Warzone Wednesday, which is actually at the same time as Squid School. We just put a different time zone on there. So, 3 p.m. Mountain Time is 4 p.m. Central Time. And we're going to be featuring Bordy McBoard on Warzone Wednesday. You saw her on the Sadie Hawkins doubles event, so check that out tomorrow with Rosebud and Andy. And then on Friday, we're going to have a Smash Ultimate Virtual Esports Open for Columbia State Community College. So that should be fun, and that's going to be a little bit later in the evening. So thank you all for watching, everybody. I've been Jem. Thank you to Goombs, and thank you to the Gorillers for submitting the footage that we went over. Like I said earlier, if you want a VOD review of your own, just go to our Discord server, which should be posted there in both chats now, and DM me, Jem, and we'll get you on the schedule. Just make sure that, you're contacting me and that you have some idea in your head of how you're planning on recording something, but we'll talk about all of that when the time comes. So thank you, and we will see you next week for more Squid School.
Thank you, everybody.
See if we've got. I don't know how raids work. We can't like do them on. I'm just gonna stop the stream, and maybe we'll host someone afterwards. We'll see.
We'll figure it out as we go.
Maybe I can probably just hit raid channel on Twitch.
Wait.
And then end the stream.
Name somebody. Jim, because I think we found out that mods can command raids in Twitch chat. So
I can probably just hit the button, but let me see.
The button always goofs on mod things, so it's easier just to type the command.
Okay. Let's just see if we can raid Becca. I have hit the raid button.
Leo,
This obviously won't do anything on YouTube, but it should do stuff on Twitch still.
Pray that the button works.
Fingers crossed. Button.
It did.
All right, away we go.